Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Miss Trina with Chat with Trina. I want to first take another opportunity to say thank you for making the choice to click in and also for your continued support and continuing to watch. And today, my special guest is Mr. John Forney, who is one of my favorite dance community members and huge supporters. And guys, at the end of this, make sure you go to youtube.com/chat with Trina and subscribe. So it's Sunday, and I have John Forney in the house. He's not in the house. He's virtual, but hey, John.
Hey.
Me and my corny jokes.
Yeah. After all these years, we kind of used to it by now.
Yeah, by now. I try. How are you doing today?
Well, you know, Texans lost again, so
they did
that's
lose.
Bad. But the Astros are winning.
So what is your government name?
John Christian Forney.
Christian. So John Christian. So are one of your kids or one of your grandbabies named Christian?
My first son was named Kelvin Christian Forney, and my second son was named Darrell John Forney.
Oh,
that's how I did that.
I was thinking maybe they took that Christian and put it as a first name.
And my grandson is Christian DeAndre.
Okay, so you do. I was like, that's too good of a name not that the middle names are not important, but that's too good of a name not to use the first name. So, where are you from?
I'm from Houston.
Oh, you are?
Born and raised.
I thought you were born in Austin and you moved to Houston. So my question says, so when did you decide to move to Houston?
Well, I mean, okay, so went to elementary school at Peck Elementary. Then I took some tests and they said, no, we're going to put you in this Vanguard program. So they bused me to River Oaks. Okay. Then they said, okay, you have to stay in the Vanguard program. So I went to Lanier Junior High. Got fed up with that Vanguard program. And when I was in junior high, I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. Really? And so I applied and I wound up going to the high school for health professions.
Wow.
They call it the Bakey now.
Yeah.
But then doing that, I decided, nah, I ain't want to spend all that time in school and going through all that stuff to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So I decided I was going to try biomedical engineering. And I wound up going to school at the University of Texas in Austin.
Okay.
But I didn't finish.
That's how you got to Austin.
Yeah. And I got, you know, a lot of stuff happened. I wound up getting stuck there and wound up getting married and doing the family thing. So that was there for 26 years.
Wow. Okay.
Wait a minute, not 26. See, now I'm getting old, so I'm getting thrown, but I was stuck there for a while.
Okay.
And then after the divorce and after my kids got up and out, then I got laid off at my job, got a job up in Rosharon. So that's when I moved back to Houston.
Gotcha. Okay. How far is Rosharon from here?
A little past Pearland, before Angleton.
Oh, okay. Okay. My niece just moved there. That's why I was wondering how far it is. So brothers, sisters?
5 sisters, no brothers. I was the second oldest.
And you're the only boy?
Yep. Okay. That's why I'm the favorite.
That's why you get along with the opposite sex very well too, because I'm sure they taught you about respect.
That
ain't it.
That ain't like that. It's not like that at all. Nope. And people say, "Oh, you had around all them girls. You must have been spoiled." Nope.
No, they didn't.
My father was raised by his father. I was raised by my father.
It wasn't none of that.
There was more battling with the girls than being trained by them. So that's why. Yeah.
Did you, growing up, was it, did you have a strict household or was it, balanced pretty much?
It was split. My mother and father divorced, going back and forth, and it was an ugly divorce.
No, but I've been there.
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all, do you mind me asking, did all the siblings stay together? Or did y'all split up?
Well, me and 3 of my sisters were by my dad. And then the other baby sisters later on by my stepfather.
Oh, they came later. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just call my sister anyway.
Huh?
They're just my sister. They're not stepsister. They're my
Right,
sisters.
right. So does everybody in your family drink from the same fountain of youth that you do?
Not the same. Well, see, I'm the guy. I'm the
Because
favorite.
you
I'm the
don't
best looking. I'm
age
the
at
best
all.
in shape. They don't look as good as me. And when they see this, good thing they don't know this is online, so they can't rebut everything. But we're a very unique and interesting family.
Cool. Well, you don't age, in my opinion. I've known you now 10 years or so.
Guess how old I am.
You told me one time. That's why I know you drink from the fountain of youth. Huh?
Yeah, and you forgot.
I'm 53. You've got to be at least 60.
Oh, not yet.
No.
I'll be 59 in December.
Well, I knew you were older than me.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to say, with all due respect, I do want to say I'm sorry for your recent loss of your son.
Thank you.
How many children do you have? And I felt uncomfortable asking the question, but I mean, it's a real question. How many children?
See, what happened is that when I got married, my wife was 10 years older than me, and she had a son and a daughter before me from a previous marriage. Then we got married and had two more boys.
Okay.
So I have my son that passed away. He had a son and a daughter. So they're my grandkids by blood. And I have grandkids. My stepson has three daughters, and a grandson.
Oh, okay.
My stepdaughter has a son and a daughter, and she just had her first granddaughter.
Okay.
Less than a month ago.
Okay.
So I have a great grandson and a great granddaughter.
You moved back because you got divorced and you was ready to come back to Houston. Is this where your family was?
Oh, it was because the job it was during the recession, and I got laid off.
That's what you said. Okay. What kind of work do you do
now? What kind of inventory control at a warehouse?
Okay. Did you finish at UT, or that's when you started your family? Okay.
It's a lot of stuff happening.
Okay. Life comes in between. I know.
A lot of stuff happened in life.
Yeah, I get it. How did you get into dance?
Well, okay, so this is what happened. So I was going through the divorce, and my son, he had a best friend, and his mother had a shop. And this is in Austin. Her name was Pearl Cox. And I would go there to get my haircut. She had a beauty shop. I go get my haircut. And she said, hey, why don't you go to Midtown on Thursday nights? They have dancing there. And I'm like, because I know about Midtown, ladies' night was Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and I'd be out dancing, but I didn't know about Thursday.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm free and I need to do something. Went out there, and Fancy Dancer and Lee Perry were having two-step classes.
In Austin.
They were driving up there on Thursdays and giving classes. And I walked in there and I'm like, okay, ooh, nice looking women dancing. So that's how I got into
how you got started.
Do you know how Step in Motion got started?
I don't.
You want to hear a little interesting story?
Absolutely.
Okay. So there was a group of us that were dancing on Thursday night doing the two-step. And
so y'all did two-step before that was a swing out?
Yeah.
Really?
We were a group, we were together. It was, okay, so the lady, her name was Pearl Cox, who introduced me. And then it was another lady, Aura Crossley, Beverly Cooper. They were all there, and it was a few others. So what happened was Midtown burned down. So the owner told Lee and them that when they build it back up, they can come back and start the classes. Well, in the meantime, we were friends. We would try to stay together and go out to different places and dance. And then some people, they would see us dancing, and they would they would invite us to parties to teach them how to do it.
Okay.
And we would go around and we would go into parties and we met other people, met like Michelle Johnson and
Yeah.
uh, we just met more people and we just kept together going to different places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one night I didn't go out, but Oral called me. She said, "Oh, you got to see these people dancing." She said they doing this other dance and they were great. And I'm like, okay, well, we made up an arrangement to meet at this other club the next week because I'm doing stuff with my boys and stuff. Because when I got divorced, I got custody of my boys,
Okay.
so I was still dealing with them. And so when we went up to the club, it turned out to be what's her name, Bart and Kathy.
Mm-hmm. Some
They
of my
were
favorite people.
there. I forgot their last name. So Bart and Kathy were doing swing out, and it was like, hey, it's something new, something fun. And so we started meeting up. And so the group was already together. Then we met Bart and Kathy and Bart's sister. They were down, they were doing swing out. And so we started doing that. And then Kathy said, hey, y'all want to start a group? And it was like,
Why
didn't know
not?
nothing about all that. I'm like, yeah, well, I just going out and dancing and having fun.
Yeah.
And so it was me, Aura, Beverly, Michelle, Cherry.
The two flows, were they there then? Or they came later?
They weren't in G1. They weren't in the first group. They came along in the second group.
Okay.
The second. But that's how Step in Motion got started. We just started dancing that group and came up with the name Step in Motion.
Now that's some history I was unaware of because I just knew that y'all was just doing swing out and y'all just happened to know a little bit of two-step. That was good. Thank you for that. I did hear that they went out of town to teach two-step, but I thought they just went to Dallas. So thank you. Okay. So the good-looking women is what held your attention. I've heard that from several men. At first,
I would say I was always a dancer.
Okay.
I was always a dancer.
And this was just something to add to it, a little challenge to add to it. How many graduations have you been in?
I don't know. I mean,
it's somebody else that has been in so many graduations because when they need somebody, they say, after you had your real graduation, they need someone. Come on, John, be in the graduation. Somebody need a partner.
Yeah, ask me if I'm able to do it, if my schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've done about 3 or 4 with Step in Motion.
Yeah.
Came here, did about 3 or 4 with Smooth Flavor.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Did a couple with Lucy.
Oh, okay.
What was that? Upscale with Deanna. That's
one of
off the top of my head.
Yeah. So it was a lot. I knew it was a lot. I had that written down. You've been in a lot of graduations. So your teachers, when you came here, were you taking classes or were you just there in the going to dance?
Well, when I moved to so when I was getting ready to move from Austin to Houston, I was asking, who does swing out here, and the name Liddell kept coming up. It kept coming up, and before we had a graduation, before I moved in, Liddell was there, and he gave me his card, and I'm like, yeah, they have classes at the Red Rooster on MLK and OST, and I'm like, I know where that is. I went to school across the street from it. And so I just started showing up to Smooth Flavor classes, and I already knew most of the moves, but I was learning some other ones, and they were getting ready for graduation, and they said, "Are you in?" I'm like, "I don't know. You want to be in?" I'm like, "Sure." So I was in I think Smooth Flavor's second class.
How do you feel about graduating? I used to really like them. I thought it was cool. I've heard of so many people have stopped doing it. I hear one particular instructor said because it gives people the false thought that they're completed, which I don't believe that because you graduate from kindergarten, you graduate from 5th grade, you graduate from 8th grade, and you graduate from 12th grade. So what do you think about graduations?
Well, the thing about graduations is you're supposed to learn the basic moves. Then you come together to do a routine. And while you're doing that, you're bonding with your classmates.
Right.
So that not a clique, but it's just the people you bond with. And it's kind of like if you're joining a fraternity or sorority or something, it's a process that y'all go through. And then when you're done with it, not only are you showcasing in front of the other dance community, but you have
Yeah.
this special bond. And it's a ritual that you went through. And that's what it
Right.
is. And it's something
Yeah.
that sticks with you over the
And
years.
I always saw it as a celebration, kind of where your family and friends would come and kind of see what you've been doing. And really on the business side of things, if people would think about it, it's a promotion opportunity for people to come and see what you did. Oh, I want to do that, and you get more students. So yeah, I miss those. Even if it was like if people called it someone calls it a what they call it, recital, I would even go for that. But I miss those. I think those were fun.
Well, John
huh?
and Seegers and Marcus just had one
They
not too
had one,
long ago.
so they still have it.
Yeah, and it was nice.
Okay. What dances do you do? I know you do swing out. Now I know you do two step, because I didn't know that. And do you do Chicago stepping?
Yeah.
You do. Did you do ballroom?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why you never asked me the ballroom?
I know you know how to ballroom and you ain't never asked me.
That's right. You know, you the first one I had to learn that from, about the women that you, what was the group? Distinguished Gentlemen?
Yep. One of my things on my list that we can
So,
talk about.
We get, and let's talk about it now. We're talking about it. Let's talk about it now.
So what you want to talk about? The asking
talk about women asking men to dance.
Tell you my experience in the speech and why I do what I do.
Okay.
So when I go out dancing, I want to dance.
Right.
I know there's more ladies than women. I try to
ladies than men.
Yeah, more ladies than men. And this is in Austin. I'm gonna start off in Austin. Go out, we dance the night away. At the end of the night, I would get these several different women jump on me about, you ain't asked me to dance. Why you ain't asked me to dance? Why you ain't asked me to dance? I'm sorry. Try to dance with some people. I didn't dance with everybody. I'll try the next time. So the next week, I'll try and dance with the women that I didn't dance with the week before. Didn't get all of them. So I get hollered at. Well, you ain't dancing me, you ain't dancing me. I got tired of that happening week after week. So I tried to come up with solutions. So one solution was, I'm only going to dance 2 songs per lady.
Okay.
See if I can get more women. Did that. End of the night, same thing. You ain't dancing me. Why you ain't dancing me? Okay, I'm trying. So what I did was I limited to 1 song per lady. Try to get as many as I can. End of the night, you ain't dancing me. You dance with her. Why you ain't dancing with her? I'm like, okay, I'm getting pissed now because I'm trying, but I'm still getting bitched at the end of the night.
Right.
So that's when I came up to, you know what? You asked me to dance. So, end of the night, how come you ain't asked me to dance? I said, how come you ain't asked me to dance? Well, I couldn't get to you because all these women was asking you to dance. Exactly. They got to dance with me. You got to dance. You got to come to me. So that's the speech that I give new people when after I dance on the first time. I'm like, okay, I came and got you. From now on, you come get me.
That's fair.
That way, at the end of the night, I don't get it's not for me. It's on you.
Yeah.
So,
well, I would appreciate that. I mean, like when you say it like that, that's a little different too. So we made a connection. So I know it's okay to ask you.
That's why I gotta explain it to everybody the new time. And even some women, they don't care. I gotta ask them to dance. I'm like, okay, well, sit there then. And it depends on how many people are there. If it's like 20 or less, I can probably get to most of them. But if it's like a big event and it's 30, 40, and it's not even 30, 40 songs being played, the ones that ask me, I'm going to reward them with their dance. If somebody's close by or in proximity, I have there's a different reasons why I ask, who I asked to dance with. And that was on my list because a lot of women don't understand.
I don't. So
okay,
tell me.
I can explain it. Okay, so generally, if I ask somebody to dance, if somebody's new and haven't danced with me before, and I can tell a lot of times women that go, "Oh, I'm not at your level," or "I don't know you," or whatever. I'm like, "Come here, let's dance." I only had one lesson. Okay, well, this will be number 2. Let's dance.
Yeah.
And we'll dance. I'll ask people who I don't know, they don't know me, and it'll be our first time. It's a dance community. I'm out here to have fun. I'm out to have a good time. Obviously, you're out here because you want to dance. Be part of the community.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid of me and intimidated by me. I'm out here to have fun. Let's just dance and have a good time. That's what I'm about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If I see women who are sitting down a lot, they're not dancing a lot. Sometimes I'll go and I'll ask them to dance.
Do they say yes a lot, or are they usually hesitant?
If they don't know me, a lot of times they're hesitant. But after they, at the first time, they want to dance with me, they'll want to dance with me.
Yeah.
If they're available or alone, chance out. And see, and this is another thing. If you're married or you have a significant other and you're out, you gotta dance. So I'm not gonna ask you to dance. And a lot of women, married women, I think they look at me funny. It's like, how come I don't ask them to dance? You got a dance partner. It's these women sitting down, they haven't been dancing. And again, I can't dance with everybody. I kind of got to be
those
selective.
Would be the ones that you would say, okay, well, at least they are getting some dances in.
Yeah, they're getting some dances.
That makes sense.
These aren't. Yeah.
I could hear that. I could see that.
People I hadn't seen in a long time. Hey, let's dance. Versus somebody I see every week.
Okay.
Now, which comes to this thing about road trips. I got into some people about it.
Okay.
So, what's the purpose of a road trip?
Okay.
What's the purpose of a road trip?
To go and visit and dance with different people.
Exactly. So, I'm in Houston and I'm going to say Austin or Dallas. And there's a bunch of people from Houston going. Like, if say we're going to a Step in Motion graduation. I'm not dancing with people from Houston there.
Me and you got into it about this one time in Austin.
You too?
Yes, I just thought about that.
You're not the only
one.
But
I've grown and matured since then.
But did you understand why?
Now I do. At that time, I didn't. Okay. What you just said to me made sense. But when you said it that time, those years ago, you said it quickly. It was just the way you said it, because you know how your personality is. I thought you might have been being flippant. And I was like, what that mean?
Yeah, some people.
I mean, you always had that little thing, though.
Well, and it's probably because I've had to say it more than one time to a lot of people. And this is the deal. I got pushback from the women from Houston getting mad at me because I wouldn't dance with them when we're out of town.
He arrogant. He stuck on when he get to Austin. He don't know nobody.
Don't know nobody. I know. I heard it. And I'm just trying to understand. I dance with y'all all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm out of town, I'm dancing with new people because the same thing come into play. Like, I was in Austin and there was some people from Oklahoma there. About 5 women sitting at a table not dancing.
Yeah.
I go and ask them to dance. So, isn't that the right thing to do?
I agree. Because that's
now, when I go to Oklahoma, those women that I dance with, they remember me and they go, hey, dance with this dude. Dance with this guy. He's a good dancer. Yeah. But then the people from Houston, he dancing with all these people. He ain't dancing with us. Why are you coming to this road trip? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So and then I've been threatened. Okay, we're going to remember that when we get back to Houston. Like, I'm going to miss out on some dances. Is that a threat?
Because you're going to dance by yourself, John.
But I don't need to, because another point that is one of my pet peeves that burns me up. When Houston hosts a big event, say like the instructors ball or something, and you got all these people from out of town coming in, I feel it's incumbent upon the men to dance with these out of town guests. So many men are just dancing with the same women here. And I think that's being a bad host to me.
I think men do that in general, even when it's not an event. You know what I mean? I think they dance with their own set of group of people, which I think is not cool either. I think sometimes you should, I get what you're saying, but in addition to that, it's done on a regular basis here in Houston. I wouldn't, but I could name 5 people on right now and say, we're always there together. They only dance with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
no,
mean,
I get what you're
everybody's
saying
free to
with
do what they want, but I think
Mhm.
because I care about the dance community.
Yeah.
It's a big part of my life. And
Mhm.
for the people who will watch this in the dance community, I've already done it. I want to do it again on your platform. I want to thank you because people, when my son passed, so many people in the dance community showed me so much love.
Yeah.
And I told them that, and I just appreciate it. I just appreciate it.
Yeah.
People I ain't
Yeah.
heard from in years. People I didn't know
Wow.
knew anything. They just came up to me and showed me love, and I appreciate it.
Oh wow. Wow, that's good. That's good.
But I love the dance community. I just want to come out and have fun, which is another thing I want to get to.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me back you up a little bit. When you say that you love the dance community, which I do too, contrary to anything. Well, I think people know I love the dance
I know
community,
you do.
but
I know you do.
I do. Gave up a lot of my children's life for it, but time I can't get back. But what are some of the things that you miss about the dance community that we could do to make it? I don't want to use the word better because people get offended by that.
But see, I don't think it is what it is because there's so many different personalities.
Yeah.
And so many different philosophies within the dance community that this is it. I mean, I can bring up some topics that I feel one way, but somebody else is going to feel different about it.
Absolutely.
And everybody has a different opinion, and there's no one right way or one wrong way. I mean, it's like instructors. They do a big service to the dance community. They bring in new people, they teach them how to dance, they host events, and that is a great thing. Even though I don't get along with all instructors, because some of them are very narcissistic or whatever. And some of them had this little clique thing where only this group, they keep to themselves instead of collaborating with the rest of the dance community.
Yeah.
And it's like anybody can do whatever they want, whatever works for them. And the people that follow them, they're cool with it. Cool. It's like, I just do me and I go where I want to go and do what I want to do. And some people,
I agree with that. I do think that, I think that sometimes we can be more welcoming to people that have been here, been doing it for a long time, or still, because we welcome some of the new people, but I think we could be a little bit more open to supporting other instructors. I think back when Houston Bio was out, it's kind of a theme that we had where we went to several. Pretty much, we were going to go to everybody's event. Somebody was going to be there from that represented. I think to a certain extent, we've gotten away from that, and I wish that would come back. I wish that would come back. I think, and when in saying that too, it's probably kind of off topic of that, but clubs. Let's just say clubs. I'm gonna talk from the club side. Oftentimes, and some people forgot on this show I was on. People forgot that they get to come to the club and get their classes free, but they do. So I think that we should still. Joanne Ford, awesome woman. She was a great leader. And I've told her, because I've grown up a little bit. I've become a little bit more mature. I'm still a spoiled brat to a certain extent, but I'm better. But I used to battle with her about some of the rules or policies or the box that I felt she had us in. I have gone to her and publicly said to her on this show and to her face that I understand now. I understand why she had some particular ways that she wanted things done, the way that what I can't even think of the word I'm trying to think of right now, but she had a way of saying these this is how things need to be done, and she was a stickler about that. And I was like, oh, this is too strict, and I just had my thing going. But as I saw things that happened in the dance community since then, I say, my God, that's why she did it. Oh, that's why she was a stickler for that. Oh, that's why, I see those things now that, not saying that the community was always perfect, was ever perfect, but it was very close to being really good at the time she was leading, the way she led Houston Bio. And I kind of wish some of that could go back. And when I was talking about the club, it was that if we had, let's just say Chicago Bar and Grill, we have 1, 2, 3 of our dance community people who, 1, 2, 3, 3 of our dance community people who are allowed to give classes there. The belief, what we did before was we told those people, we gave that club business by, if you have a birthday party, you can't make John Forney have his birthday party there, but we encouraged our students. The Red Rooster, where Liddell was, he had a dance contest. Where did he have it at? It's Pizzazz now. Diallo's. He did a little dance contest to add some type of, since they're not paying the people to have the party, because I think he paid the Red Rooster, but at the other places, to patronize, to say, hey, Sunday nights, let's come over here, or John, if you're gonna have a birthday party, can we give you a birthday party over here just to bring business? Those kind of things have kind of fallen by the wayside for me. Little icky ticky things to me.
I mean, it's for a reason. Things happen for a reason. And, it's like when I came here, and it's like people kept asking me, am I going to start a dance group, or am I teaching, or what am I doing? It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Now, I'll show somebody how to dance, and because I love it, I'll show them what I know, and I don't charge. But as far as starting a group, no, that's too big of a commitment. That is a big commitment that I'm not willing to sacrifice, because there's other stuff for my life that I want to do in my time. And
absolutely,
because
you have to be very committed.
There. And the business side of it too is messed up also.
Yeah.
But it's an important part, especially, and I learned a big part of it, with that G Lounge thing.
Oh,
that was an experience.
That used to be fun though.
It was fun, but it was some bad sides to it too. It was very frustrating, because it's like, hey, we came together, have a spot for the dance community. We're gonna play your music. Because you go to Red Rooster or some other places,
you gotta hear
they'll play our music for a little while, and then the hood come in. This is for us.
Yeah.
Then you had people, and before you even open, because I talked to John, we had a meeting about it, and I said, because I'm very business minded, I'm very numbers oriented, and I'm like, well, this place ain't gonna be sustained with just the dance community, and they understood that, because dance community don't want to pay at the door, but they want to eat. They want everything to be perfect. They don't buy at the bar. They might buy water or soda or something, but dance community really financially don't support an establishment. And that's why you keep seeing organizations moving around from club to club, because sometimes they just don't bring in the money to justify opening up for them. And it's just a numbers thing. And to hear people go, well, I don't know where it is. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna know until you come. Well, I heard the parking was bad. I'm like, well, you're just gonna listen to everybody else and not come see for yourself, because this was open for you. Yeah. But you don't want to patronize it.
Yeah. So, I see that with other places that have opened. It's funny, I was just talking about this with someone else the other day. We were saying that there have been other people who have learned that lesson about you cannot open up a venue and just say, and I get the point. It sounds great. It sounds fabulous. But we know our people. And it's not to keep your doors open.
And a lot of people don't understand business. Because, I've talked to a lot of people and said, well, just get this and just open it up in this location and this and this. And I'm like, it's not that simple.
Not that simple.
Liquor license, rent, electricity.
And the liquor license by itself is so much money. Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much. I'm like, we spending what? And the G Lounge, John had so many outside people outside the dance community. And on the days we didn't have dance events, people paying at the door, bar, steady, line steady bar. That's where we made the money, and that's why how it sustained so long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we knew that it just got to be too much for everybody. And,
Right.
you know,
Because
when
it is
Luther left,
it's a big commitment.
yeah, it's a big commitment. And, you know, John was working 2 other jobs. That was his third job. It was killing him.
Yeah.
And, you know, he wanted me to do more. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Doing what I
You have your
can.
life to live too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It was interesting those 2 years.
It was only 2 years. It seemed like it was so much longer than that.
It was
No.
about 2 years.
Okay. So my next question is dating in the dance community. So I think me and you may have had this discussion. I know I've had it with several people that I have this thing that if you bring a date that's outside the dance community first, and you're bringing them to an event that is typically, because people say, they say Sunday at Chicago Bar and Grill is not a swing out event. Technically it's not, but it is, okay? We know that that's what everybody's gonna do. So if you bring them there, you need to explain to them prior to you getting to any dance event that there's gonna be dancing going on. And this is all Trina, y'all. You explain about the dance community. What is that? I may dance with other people. I got you, you know, that kind of thing. How do you feel about, I don't want to say women, but in my experience, it's been women that they don't want their partner to dance with anyone.
Look, it's men and women problems.
Okay.
I've come across some stuff, which is another reason why I don't ask women who have somebody to dance, because a friend of mine, and this happened on more than one occasion, I danced with somebody and the dude didn't say anything to me, but jumped onto them later. And I didn't know about it. And I mean, physically assaulted them for dancing with me.
Wow.
And that throws me off. That's what makes me gun shy about asking somebody, because I mean, I've heard stuff happen from people and I'm like, we just cool.
And it's just the dance.
And they thinking either I've already done something with their wife. It's like, no, and I'm cool with them. It's like people make up stuff in their head and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
But it does make me gun shy sometimes. That's why you know, y'all ask me to dance, that way it ain't on me. Right. But if you with somebody that's immature, unreasonable, there's nothing I can do about that.
Throw that out there. Yeah, and I have that issue. I've gotten to where I will rather sit there sometimes hoping somebody will dance. Unless it's somebody I know, I may ask them, but oftentimes I'm like that because I have, and I try my, I'll give you an example. Someone that it was a person that we used to dance with all the time. They were just always there. And I guess they were single then or whatever. He was the person that you dance with, you know, that 1 or 2 people that just always there. And a friend of mine, matter of fact, I can say her name because she knows the story, Demetrius had got married, had been missing in action for a while. She shows up and she didn't know this person had gotten somebody. And so she walked over and there was a lady sitting there. So she said, like a normal, polite person would be, hey, how you doing? I'm Demetrius. And hey, so-and-so, are you dancing tonight? And the woman reaches over him and says, no, he's not.
Yep.
And you know, it was like, that wasn't necessary.
And you can't, there's so many stories like that, so much stuff I've been through. There's nothing, a lot.
Do you think that's different? Is more so now than it was in the past?
No, I think it's just a society thing. I mean, it happens at work. It happens, you know, some people are just like that. It was somebody, I'm not gonna mention names.
Yeah.
But me and that person was cool for years. Then they got booed up. And we've always danced. Hey, let's dance. Hold on. Now she got to ask him if we can dance. Then they come back, oh, no. And I'm like, what? So when y'all do with that foolishness, I'm done. I'm done. And we've been friends for years. And then this went on for like 5 years before we finally had to talk about it because they had broken up.
Yeah.
And it, you know, it happens more than once. It's like, if you're going to get booed up, I'm stepping back because people don't understand.
Really, in my opinion, it just shouldn't be that way. As long as everybody is respectful of the person you're with. And I know that, I know that there's some assholes. I know both sides. But some mature people who are giving the respect to that.
You're wrong.
The respect for that. Am I living in a la la land?
Yep.
Really?
Yes, you are, Trina. Yes, you do. That's why because I've been listening to your show. I'll be watching your show, and I, listen to a lot of stuff you went on, and it's like like for instance, your birthday party. Out of all you done for everybody in the dance community, and then when you have something, you think a certain number of people are going to show up, and it's less than that, and you get hurt. See, me, I don't expect anything. I have lowered my bar for people because people are stupid. That's my mantra the last few years. People are stupid and ain't nothing I can do about it. So I don't expect them to do the right thing. So when people do the right thing, I'm gracious and happy about it. But when they don't, I didn't expect it, so I don't get hurt.
That's why this year I kind of was saying I'm not having a party because I didn't want to have a party. I was supposed to go out of town, but that's a whole nother issue because I wasn't going to do anything but go out of town. But then when I did, I said I'm not having a party because I knew if I had a party, I would be expecting.
You're gonna get your expectations.
And I know that's how I am. Yeah. But what I did do, just told a few friends. Matter of fact, I got one table with 4 chairs. Is all I reserved. And do you know I have the time of my life.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know about it.
Huh? You didn't know? I don't know why it was on Facebook. I didn't post it that much though. But
I come to one of your birthday parties, haven't I?
You what?
I'll come to a bunch of your other birthday parties.
Absolutely. I think the biggest one for me was my 50th. I have been so excited about my 50th birthday for so long. And of course, most of my years I've been in the dance community. So I think inside, I was so excited because I shared so many birthdays. I just knew this was going to be big. But of course, at the time I was thinking about my birthday all those years, my 50th birthday, I was kind of being separated from some of the people. But long story short, I think even though I had a club full of people, cars where it was big, it was still those few people that come to mind is like, so it's hurtful. I'm doing a lot better with it, but this is just who I am. It's just who I am.
One other topic I want to touch on.
Okay.
Like I said, the dance community is really important to me.
Yes.
The dance community, the dance is like my sanctuary.
Definitely.
Life is life. You got to deal with it.
Yes.
You come in to dance, you don't want mess at your sanctuary. But people bring mess to your sanctuary. Mm-hmm. And that's when I have no problems cutting anybody off for anything. Not a problem. So when somebody brings mess to the sanctuary, I cut them off.
Oh, the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like accuse me of doing something I ain't done or done me something wrong, done.
Mm-hmm. Done. Yeah.
Done. Oh, so another thing is about the asking. If I ask you to dance
and you say
no, tell me no.
You're not gonna ask no more? What if I was tired? I finished dancing.
Then say, hey, I'm tired right now. I don't want to dance no more. I understand that. But when you ready to dance, you come get me.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
It makes sense, but I would understand it better if you said, because someone told me that they don't like it when when a person says, no, I don't feel like dancing, but then they go dance with someone else. I can see that.
Oh, that's cardinal rule. I will never dance with you again. And that's happened. Yeah. I'm simply ask you to dance and you dance with somebody on that same song.
Yeah.
We're done.
That's a trip. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I try to be cautious of that because and this was recent. I didn't want to dance. I didn't feel like dancing. I was tired. Matter of fact, I was eating too. And this person, someone asked me to dance. I said, no, I want to finish what I'm doing. But it's a guy, he's very persistent. It's like, you know what, shit, let me get up and go dance with this person. But I try to be careful of that because I know how it looks. But at the time, you're like, I am so sick of this person. Ask this, not the one that the other one, but this other person that keeps coming back. It's like, then I realized, oh my God, I just told, and I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm like, oh God, I did that. That's not cool. So yeah, I don't like that either.
You should have ran and explained it to that other one as soon as you could.
Maybe
it's about a communication. Communication is key, and it's like you got to communicate.
But I think somebody like you, if I came and said, John, I am so sorry, but you would have been like, You say,
That's with you. I don't mess with you.
I know.
Bring somebody to dance, and we're sitting next to each other. And this is me, and it's not other people that keep saying this. If you want to dance with her, ask her. Don't ask me. If you want to dance with me, ask me. You don't dance with her. You don't ask her. I dance with who I want to dance with. She dances with who she wants to dance with. If she wants to dance with somebody, huh?
I agree with that, but I'm gonna tell you, 80% of everybody else.
Yeah, they say, "Oh, it's a show of respect."
It's respect.
I'm like, but how is you respecting her but disrespecting me?
Cause she grown, I'm grown.
And the deal is this: we should have had that discussion before we came out.
Before we get there.
I'm going to be dancing. You know this. And as somebody who knows me in the dance community, you know, I'm going to be dancing. If somebody that don't know, I'm going to explain it to them. And this is the other thing. If you just want to dance with me and you don't want me to dance with somebody else, we will go somewhere else. Not going to be in the dance community where I'm turning down people. No, because it looks silly. If you just want to be with me, we'll go somewhere and be by ourselves.
So I've made that statement before that if you want to go on a date, go to the dating place. Go somewhere to do the thing where you know people not gonna be where you know. And that was my point the first time was that if you know it's a dance community thing, you know what the action is gonna be.
You know what's gonna happen, but you still bring mess to the sanctuary.
Yeah, you need to go to the. I always laugh and say to the dating place to be on a date because if you come to the studio on a Friday of what is it, second Saturday on a Friday, you're going to be bombarded by people dancing.
Yeah.
But
I don't have a problem with this person dancing. And I used to tell them, go dance with somebody. Go ask. Mm-hmm. Or don't turn nobody down. And sometimes I'll send dudes, man, go ask her to dance.
Yeah.
And they'll go, no.
How about dating outside of the dance community? Have you brought someone in that you've dated outside the dance community? And I can't get nobody in the dance community. I would love to have a. Well, I have.
I'm trying to get some other dudes. Hey, man, come out and dance, man. It's all these ladies, all these this, but you can't force somebody to do.
No.
I can.
But I'm saying, have you dated?
Pick your own fruit.
I'm talking about, have you dated a woman that wasn't in the dance community that you brought in? Well, not brought in, but you would bring them to you. Okay, really? Okay. Lucky you.
Moving on. Next topic.
Do you think that if you have a partner that says, well, John, I understand that we can dance with everybody who wants to, but you got to give me the first dance. What you think?
Understandable. You're going to get the first dance, you get the last dance. But in between, I could not have people, well, come back and check on me. For what?
Won't you just leave me for them and don't just make sure I'm all right?
I've tried it and it
don't work.
It's always something.
Yeah.
It's always something.
My thing about the saying, I'll give you the first dance is that, what if you over there, John, and that ain't the song you really want to dance on, but I really want to dance on that song. Why I gotta wait for you to get ready to dance?
Right, watch this. Okay, so we came in together.
Yeah.
She busy speaking, talking to somebody. Song came on, I want to dance to. She don't have her dance shoes on. Okay, I'm gonna dance with while you get your song on. When dance to that person, by the time the song's over, I come back, they done took off, had an attitude the rest of the night.
Bad.
Don't make no sense. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah. That's my biggest thing when people tell me, no, my rule is that we have to dance together first. And so that was the question I posed. Now what, and I said that with the shoe. I said, now what if you wear dance shoes, you're putting on your dance shoes, and a song he want to dance to is like on right then. That's his song. He don't know if they're gonna play that again tonight. He gotta sit and wait for you to put your shoes on. Or me, I gotta wait to hear what you said. He gotta go speak to the whole world. I'm sitting there mad because I want to go dance to this song and I got to sit and wait. That's not fair.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the word, fair is the word, but.
No, right. It don't make sense. And the deal is that was just a courtesy. It doesn't have to be a rule.
Right there, I agree
with
with
you,
that.
I'm leaving with you. What happens there shouldn't be all this unnecessary stuff.
And that's because someone, it might have been, yeah, Larry Duncan said we talked about that one time, and that's what he was saying, that his lady know that when we get out there, I'm gonna definitely get you some dancing with you, but I'm gonna be dancing, especially if you are the person hosting an event. You know the person got to get out and talk and this, that, and the other. Go on, dance and do your thing, and I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be doing my thing.
What if I want to go out dancing and you don't? You don't have to come just to be with me, and then you don't want to be there.
Because then you gonna have an attitude.
See, I don't have a problem. Go and have a good time. I see you when I see you.
Yeah.
But
because the sanctuary thing, if you go and you don't want to go, then you're gonna be in an attitude. So that's messing up my happy place, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
People tell me when I came out with somebody that I wasn't the same person.
Do you think you weren't?
Huh? When I thought about it, I wasn't, because I'm not worried about nothing. Now I'm worried about what she thinking.
Yeah.
And how she gonna act, and try to please her instead of just freely having a good time. And yeah, it's happening.
So another topic that we hear a lot about is about teaching on the dance floor. What do you try to teach anyone on the dance floor, or what they say is teaching on the dance floor?
Only the only time is when I put somebody in the mood and they didn't get it, and they said, "Let's try that again."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe if they ask me, but for the most part, no. We out
I'm
here
just here to dance,
and we having fun. And I'll try something with you, and then, but it's not really instructive. It's just we dancing and having fun, and that's just the thing. I'm out here to have fun, having fun.
So, any more questions on your list? Topics on your list? Really? Okay. So you talked about the importance of teachers, instructors, and how they contribute. What did you think about promoters? There's Diana, there was me, there's Brigida.
You know what? Let me say something to you, to Diana, to Brigida, to everybody, to DJs, and I noticed that I don't do this enough, and I know other people don't, to say thank you for the services y'all provide for us, because we take it for granted a lot. We just show up, pay at the door, and dance.
Keep it moving.
The people that put it together, the JRs and them putting together stuff in the studio and promoting, getting the message out. You and all of them, the DJs. Thank y'all.
You're welcome from all of us.
If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have my sanctuary. Y'all the keepers of my sanctuary. And like I said, dance is a big part of my life. And without y'all, that'd be a big missing part. And I don't say thank you enough to the people who put
almost
it together.
Behind the scenes to a certain extent.
And this past year, I'm trying to do that more. Hey man, thank you.
Like
man, good job. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Because I know, because I talked to somebody who put together an event and all they heard was the bad things that happened. And I know that praise on them because they're doing it out of love and they're getting this negative feedback. And I know they're human beings. I know it hurts them. So I had to, hey, thank you. We know it's easy. Yeah, this thing, it don't go off perfect, but nothing ever goes off perfect. It's always going to be something. Just learn from it for the next time.
Yeah.
But thank you for, look at who showed up. Instead of looking at who didn't show up, drive at the people that show up. Girl, I've been through a lot in this dance community.
My mom used to always say that if I get upset about an event, she would say, who's here is the person who's supposed to be here is here. That didn't really help me back then, but it was, but I've learned that that's really true.
And then the people who were your friends will let you down.
Absolutely.
Hey, I've been excommunicated from more than one dance group.
Have you?
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
people are people. You can't. It's the way it is in everything. It's like something happened. I was done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody attacked me, but then some people thought that I attacked her and I hit a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I
That's how that
didn't.
happened.
And it's like, well, why don't you apologize to her? She put her hands on me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, what are you talking about? But a lot of these groups is like the leader and all these followers, and it's almost like a cult. And me, I'm a
You're by
individual
yourself,
thinker.
and yeah.
I mean, I want to do what the group does,
But
but I'm not gonna do everything they say. I'm gonna go if I want to go to this event. I'm gonna go to this event. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna dance with who I want to dance with.
well, if you come to Chicago Born Grill, you got to wear green and purple.
And it's like, some people, they want to be led and they're okay with being led. That's fine.
But
But
it
then when
sucks, though.
when I don't want to buck that trend, then I get ostracized. And I'm like,
yeah. And that's what sucks, I think, for me, not just in the dance world, in the world in general, that sometimes I post a lot because I be hoping people will see things. Sometimes I will post about making your own mind up, following your own mind, or just because this group over here, because it's crazy. I have had an event boycotted before, which was the most hurtful thing in my life, But I mean, even it was boycotted so bad that I couldn't pay for it. I pay all my bills when I have an event. Before the event starts, all my bills are paid because that's big for me. Even if I'm not taking home any money, my bills are going to be paid. And so the venue I used to give that, he knew me from years because I used to give an event there with another organization. But that night he knew, because of throughout the time we were planning, he knew what was going on. That night he said, girl, this is a tax write-off. Don't even worry about it, because he knew me and what I was dealing with. So thank God I don't owe him still to this day. But that's what, you can't boycott people. Someone can't boycott somebody's anything if other people don't follow. You know what I mean?
right.
So it's just, we got to start having our own minds about things and being able to say things like I say. I'll be like, if someone tells me about someone or warn me about somebody, I'll put it in the back of my head, but I don't judge that person. Now, if I start seeing those signs in my mind's like, oh, that's what they was talking about. But I don't judge you by that, because if you haven't done anything to me, I'm not gonna, not
if
be
you got beef
you.
with that person, that's between you and that person.
That's
if they
between
haven't done
y'all.
anything to me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna see. I got my eyes open. I'm gonna see how they treat you to see if I don't fall in that same trap.
Yeah.
But once they done something to me,
it's done. I've gotten good at that, John. I wish I could do that with relationships.
no, you're too sensitive. I'm cold-hearted.
No, I am sensitive, but I've learned to protect my heart by saying, you know what? And I've moved a bunch of people out of my way. I miss Kathy and Barton, y'all, and the flows, and I really missed that. That was a cool group. That was a really cool group.
It was for a time, but then things happened.
Changed.
Yeah, things
like everything
happened.
Else. Okay.
So,
well, I'm from the outside looking in. Out of all the dances, which one is your favorite?
Swing Out.
Okay. Why?
It's on beat. We're dancing together. Me and the lady I'm dancing with, we're partnered with more together. It's faster, a little more upbeat, and it has a more variety of moves.
Okay.
Two-step, I think, is more romantic and a slower tempo. Chicago stepping is all over the place. Off beat, no beat.
That's what I told myself. I think that's what
styles.
messes up my head when I say it's on the offbeat. Gino gonna kill me because I'm gonna see Gino this week, but it's on the offbeat.
I've had so many arguments. I just stopped arguing. I just go out there and dance. And no.
I can just slide, but no, yeah, that's so funny. I did have that. Gino's coming this weekend, I think. And I was telling him that when I interviewed him, I told him, because that messes me up on the offbeat. Well, I'm on the beat.
Gino was my first stepping instructor.
Really? No, I didn't know that. He was
when he was in Austin. And see, when I came to Houston, I already knew how to step, but people are
I
funny.
didn't know
It's
he
like,
lived in Houston at
no,
one
he
time.
didn't live in Houston. He used to
No, he
come
did
there.
at one time. He told me on my show. He did for a short
That's
time.
right. I saw that
Yeah.
show.
What do you see in the dance community that you would like to see? What would you like to see happen?
Life was to be more inclusive and less battles and pettiness and not getting along. But again, so many different personalities, so many different philosophies. It's not going to happen. So
I
you
think
just
it'd be
deal with
better.
things the way it is.
I think it'd be a little better in that way, but
I mean,
um,
I'm kind of sad to see, like, I like Swing Out, but
mhm.
what, Marcus and Seegers is the only, and Janice and maybe a little bit of Lucy.
Lucy.
She's trying to get something going. The Swing Out is kind of falling off. Two Step is kind of, TSI is keeping that going pretty good. And Chicago Stepping, that whole thing.
Yeah, but that means more people need to get out and start doing more events.
It's like, you got some people like me that know all of them just to dance. But then you got some people that only going to do Two Step or only going to do Swing Out or only going to do Chicago Stepping. And it's like,
but nothing,
just include
we talk
everybody.
about this. I'm sorry. That's when people talk about, oh, this is the wrong dance or whatever. In order to keep it alive, like Zydeco, to keep those things alive, things have to keep evolving and evolving. Yeah, have to keep evolving, and we have to do more stuff. And in my mind, I always have this little motor is always running on things.
Ooh, early. Okay. I won't compete anymore ever again.
You didn't like it? Or it took the fun away for you?
I danced for fun. If you ask me to showcase, I'll showcase.
That's fun.
Nope. I've been there. It's like I had started dancing like I wasn't even 6 months in because and I was asked to compete. And I was a beginner. I'm competing against Master Red and Sir Rodney, and I'm like, I didn't know who they were at the time because again, I'm new. I was training. So you didn't know to be nervous. No, it ain't a nervous because I'm a competitor. I love. Oh, okay. I love. I'm a competitor. I love doing and being the best. But you got to give me the rules, and it's got to be an even playing field. And I've. In the beginning, I've competed and I watched where I wasn't given the rules beforehand and we did the competing. Then after we're done, then they tell us what they judging us on. And it's like, that had nothing to do with what I did. And some of the judges were some of the participants, a student, a friend, and it's not fair. And
just leave it alone.
I got out of it and I still watch, and hear what's going on in the competition. It's like, I see some of them and these people won and these people didn't. And I'm looking like, no, I'm not leaving it up to somebody else. A lot of time, because some of those things you got to put in a lot of practice and a lot of time in. And then when you get there and then you don't, the results don't come to where you think they should have, it can sour you a bit. And I'm like, I'm out for fun. That's why I don't pay anybody. I don't compete. Just out to have fun.
So do you have any last final words?
Hey, people, let's have fun. Life is got enough problems as it is. Why are you making more problems? It ain't necessary. I don't believe in unnecessary mess. I don't believe in that. And if that's what you believe in and you cool with it, again, I'll cut you off.
Leave you out of it.
I'll cut you off. And people don't understand me, and I get it. People don't understand me because I don't understand people. I look at people and I see what happened, and I'm like, they don't see this or they doing that. And they probably look at me saying, well, why is he this way? Why are you doing that? I'm like, you know what? That's life. It's people.
And everybody's so different.
And everybody's different. And like I say, come out, let's just have fun. And lead a mess out the dance community. Let's just support each other.
Figure it out. It's not supposed to be a huge competition. It can be so much fun. But anyway, in all seriousness, thank you so much for being transparent. This is a great conversation. Not all bad, not all good, but it's just sometimes talking about it, talking about the things that are going on. I appreciate learning a little bit more about you. And guys, make sure y'all go to youtube.com chat with Trina. I forgot my website. /chat with Trina. Make sure you hit subscribe and then click the little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. And also make sure that on Facebook, I have a group called So You Want to Dance. If you want to know where things are happening and what's going on, I post them there. It's also a page for you. If you are having an event, you are open. If you join the page, you can post your own flyers, okay? John Forney, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
John Forney, thanks again for joining me today. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and your football Sunday fun day to chat with Trina today. I really appreciate it. And in all seriousness, thank you so much for being open, honest, and transparent with me. I learned so much about you, which is what the show is about. Guys, make sure that if you have anything that you want to share, such as an event, party, anything, go to my group page, which is So You Want to Dance. Post your flyers there. That page is for you. And lastly, y'all know what I need y'all to do? I need you to go to youtube.com/chat with Trina, hit subscribe, and then hit that little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Bye.